right, it's Wednesday. It's another edition of Sweep the League podcast. The whole crew's here. Derrick's going to be joining us sometime soon here. He did a podcast earlier, but he's real balls deep in his basketball program that he's got going. So for Derrick, we're wishing you the best in the basketball season, the summer AAU basketball season. He'll be continuing this here at Sweep the League very soon. Shemaiah on the beats, Rocky, Mark, Stats himself. And of course, you know me. If you don't know me, then just go back into past episodes and look me up. You'll know who I am. We are getting ready to sweep the league as far as the NBA finals go. We had a trade that happened, kind of surprising trade that just went down.
Awesome.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get, like I said, finals talk, some Spurs cheesemate. We're gonna probably do a little bit of draft edition of Spurs cheesemate, but there's probably gonna be some more cheesemate that's come out for the San Antonio Spurs, and then week 2 of sweep or keep, and whatever the hell comes up on this latest episode of Sweep the League, gentlemen. Welcome back. How y'all feeling? How was y'all's week vacation, basically? Because from in between Wednesday to Wednesday is vacation time for everybody.
Just trying not to melt, man.
You know? I know. I got to bring that up because 2 weeks ago, I was at Shutterbond for a company party, my wife's company party. I put sunscreen for that. I just didn't put sunscreen on the back of my neck. So there I am, as it is, I'm still a fat guy. So the smell of burnt pork was all around. And not only for me, there was a lot of big people at Shutterbond. So there was a lot of turkeys cooking in that area that I was at for sure. This past week, the Mike Taylor barbecue cook-off, Rock was there. I, again, was outside in the 104, 109, 110, whatever, plus weather. And I didn't put any sunscreen on this time.
Oh, and you were by all that smoke, too?
I was by all that smoke.
Yeah.
The sun was hitting on me. Not only was the sun hitting on me, Rock was hitting on me because he was drinking. So, yeah, I mean, I've been in the sun. And then my wife says, well, you want to go to Corpus this week? Oh, my God, hell no. The sun has beaten me for 2 weekends in a row. I'm not about to go into the sun again at the beach.
The humidity too.
Humidity too. So this has been my couple of weeks. What have you guys done lately?
Man, just doing some podcast stuff. Shemaiah and I, we rock, we rock and roll on the Baller Boys. So
yeah, Baller Boys. What happened yesterday on the Baller Boys?
Man. Everything happened yesterday on the Baller Boys. We talked about some potential NFL comeback players. We talked about, of course, we had an interesting topic about the NBA Finals. We were debating which team needed the championship more, the Celtics or the Warriors. So we got into some fun talk, and we actually ended up breaking down, basically previewing the next game. So a lot of stuff happening in podcasting world here with Sweep the League and its members. So a lot of good times. And of course, Rudy, you just had you and Rock were at that barbecue cook-off,
Third place. Third place in brisket. Third place. Now, Rock, I'm going to let Rock talk to you about the barbecue. We got absolutely fucked on the barbecue because there is absolutely no way we did not place in every single category. I swear to God, the barbecue that Richie Lopez, one of my best friends, did is award-winning, hands down. I'm going to say the judges they must not have had good taste buds. They must have loved shitty barbecue because there's no way we only get one trophy. But we did play started brisket. Rock loved Richie's meat. Rock loves meat. And we're talking barbecue, not the other kind of meat. We're not talking about tube meat, even though I'm not going to speak on that because I don't know if he does. He may like tube meat. But as far as barbecue goes, Rock loved every bit of Bexar County Cookers. Am I correct on that, Rock?
Dude, I'm telling you, Mark and Shemaiah and everyone listening, that was the best pulled pork I ever had in my life. Like, people will say, my barbecue's the best or food's the best. You try it. Like, it's good, but it's the best. You're like, I've had better. But dude, like, I tried. I got there. Like Rudy said, it was super hot. We were just, melting, walking around. Rudy was a little bit frustrated at the beginning when we were there because he had a little debacle trying to get wristbands. But overall, it was a really good event. Saw some cool people and had a lot of barbecue. But man, when Rudy was like, try the pulled pork, dude, that it just melted in your mouth. Like it was so good. And I was like, oh my God, like, I was telling him, I was like, dude, cater, like, you have a sweep the league party and have him cater the whole thing, man. Like,
yeah, we are. There's going to be a sweep the league party.
Shemaiah's probably going to eat the whole barbecue himself, and he's gonna look like The Rock after, dude.
Rock just had the soundbite of the night. All the ladies, I had better.
Hey, man, that sounds like that pulled pork was all stuff and no fluff.
Oh, dude. The pulled pork was absolute fire. The brisket, now he did place third. The brisket was fire. This is the first time he's made ribs, believe it or not.
Oh,
and
wow.
Those ribs were, wow, amazing. Fall off the bone. I mean, there's absolutely no way that he shouldn't have won. Now, he didn't come close like in the chicken category, but again, the chicken was really good too. I had a small piece of it. It was really, I just don't know how you don't place in that. But yeah, Rock, Rock has had the soundbite of the night. I'm pretty sure we're going to get that and make that a soundbite for every single week now. Dude, but yeah, we're going to have a Sweep the League barbecue.
The shrimp boil was super good also.
Oh yeah. He also made a shrimp boil. Like the food went fast. Everybody that came to the booth loved the food. I mean, absolutely loved it. We have to pass out condoms with Richie's barbecue because it's that good. You've got to wear protection when you wear it.
Yeah, I was about to say that's when you know it's pretty darn good when it's just gone.
If Viagra needed a food source to get erections, contact Richard Lopez, Bear County Cookers, because everybody out there was either walking around with a boner or was dripping wet. Let's just put it that way. We're just going to put it that way. And we're going to leave it at that. Speaking of...
I'm on barbecue sauce.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Nice save. The boner of the room is the NBA Finals. And the Celtics had a huge one going into the last couple of games. Warriors basically chopped it off and took over the momentum. They're one game away from winning the NBA title. I loved what you guys did on the Baller Boys podcast. I want to get into that with you two for like a brief minute. But first and foremost, guys, going into tomorrow, what are we seeing for this game? I am sticking with the Celtics. The Celtics had a great game plan. And I know Curry had an off night, but the Celtics defense, the way they defended Steph really got to him. So I don't think they need to change much outside of the 18 turnovers they had. Limit the turnovers. I think this game is actually a lot closer. And I feel the Celtics would have actually won this past game. But again, limit the turnovers going into tomorrow. Play the same type of D that you did on Steph. And let happen what happens, man. I mean, what do you guys feel about tomorrow? Because in the words of Bill Walton, in the words of Bill Walton, if the Golden State Warriors win, the series is over.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's a Bill Walton. We all know how Bill Walton says this stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys
me? He kind of sounded like John Madden there.
Oh, here's a guy.
No, you see here, they got to win one more game. Well, thank you, John. It sounds
like Burger McFarland. See, if they put the ball in the basket, then they'll score possibly 2 or 3 points.
We got to get into like announcers, right? The Warriors. Yeah, whoever scores the most points wins the game, basically.
With the Warriors, they're up 3-2. They have to win one more game, and they'll win.
Madden, Bill Walton, even Boogie. Yeah, you're right.
Don't forget Goofy. Wow, they got to get one game.
Wow, I was not expecting the deepest of voices to pop out a Goofy.
Hey, we're getting the Goofy drops here now. We got a lot of drops coming in tonight.
It's me, Goofy.
Oh my God. Mark, what do you got going in tomorrow, man? We need a Boston. Who do you got going?
Boston has to win, and they will win. Derrick White had 1 point in that last game, and to me, that was one of the biggest differences. They only lost by 10 points, but their bench only producing 10 points altogether, and Derrick White completely vanishing. That's not going to happen in front of their home fans, and I fully expect Boston to take this to a Game 7.
It's got to be a Game 7. It's got to be. I mean,
and I completely agree with you with what you said about their defense. They did a great job on Steph. He had a really bad game, 0 from 9 from 3. So yeah, they just got to keep it up.
It happens. I know that, but you have everybody saying Steph's going to bounce back this game. He's going to have a massive 40-point game.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that, but the defense that Boston played on him was phenomenal. They were going over the screens. They were making it tough for him to shoot. Mm-hmm. Robert Williams and Grant Williams did a fantastic job on him on switches. So do the same thing. You let Clay and Wiggins, beat you. And if they do, you know what? They beat you. Just don't beat yourself. 18 turnovers. Don't beat yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Rock, are you jumping on the Warriors bandwagon again, Rock? Because you keep jumping back and forth.
I've said the Warriors are going to win in 7. I was just really surprised. I think last time we talked, I'd said the Celtics were probably going to win. And I was really surprised to see the Warriors pull it out. Even this last game, he had Steph going 0 for 9, but Wiggins has been, stepping up to the plate. And I think we had talked about before the series, he needed that one person who was going to step up, whether it was either going to be Clay or Jordan Poole. But, Wiggins has done pretty solid in the whole NBA playoffs on the way to their title, on the way to the NBA finals. But he's been stepping up big time. And, man, it would be kind of funny if the Warriors did win and then you see, Wiggins get finals MVP. And I just imagine the memes and the, backlash people would have over Steph. He could never win a finals MVP, but it's going to be a tough game. I feel like the Celtics are going to come out punching big time with their backs against the wall. I'm expecting a really close game. If I had to really put money on it, I would probably say Celtics pull this up because they're going to be more desperate. And then they go 7. Also, maybe I'll ride with that conspiracy theories. NBA fans are like, well, the NBA wants to extend the series, so they want to get 7 for ratings. But even then, the Game 7 would be awesome to watch, just because this finals has been one of the best that we have seen in a while to me. But I think Celtics pull it out. Warriors make it real close and kind of give them a scare, but Celtics pull it out. But I'm still riding with the Warriors in 7.
All right, Shemaiah, you got any insight on this? You want to throw in your hat into the arena here?
Well, Warriors are goofy. Wow. Rocky there.
Going back to that one.
Rocky has the pull-out game on lock because, they're going to be like, us tonight because when I say they, I'm talking about Warriors. Celtics going to catch them sleeping because, truth be told, because I like to keep it 100 on the show, Rocky was getting his dog ready, but I was out cold asleep. So I was like, yes, I guess saved by the bus because I didn't want to get blamed tonight.
I see. We had thought I sent Stats a text. I was like, is Shemaiah okay?
Because I was looking, I was like, oh, good. He's late. I could just act like I was on time. Because I was out cold, real talk. I was asleep. So that's what's going to be the Warriors. Boston's going to get this W and we're going to have a Game 7.
So we're 4-0 on the Boston pick for tomorrow. We're all taking the Celtics, and I took Boston in 7, so I'm going to stick with that, obviously. But I think it's going to happen. The MVP talk, and Rock brought it up. Steph has been the MVP, not so fast, my friend, until the last 2 games. I know he had a barrage, the game before this last one, and then he goes cold, but Andrew Wiggins is quickly becoming that guy who could steal the MVP away. I've seen our good friend Derrick Gervin. I had a conversation with Derrick earlier, and he said that he wouldn't be surprised if Wiggins took the MVP trophy if the Warriors win. To me, I look at it, and another good friend of the show, Trey Collis, said Steph has been dominant the entire series. If not for him, the Warriors wouldn't be up 3-2. And I call bullshit. Steph didn't do anything last game. Period. It was Wiggins. The game before, yes, Steph had a brilliant game. But Andrew Wiggins was the reason why the Warriors took that game as well. So if you're asking me, Wiggins is more important than Steph right now. Steph has been putting up numbers even in losses. But to me, it's wins that matter. How do you guys feel about Wiggins taking the MVP trophy?
Who wants to start? Reverse order?
Yeah, whoever.
I mean, I think it's a great story, him being from Canada, all that. I know that sounds so bad, but it's like, Steph really should get the MVP. I mean, I hope we don't give Wiggins the keys to the castle and say that, he got them there, because we kind of know he didn't get them there. It was Steph, but that's just my humble opinion.
And you make a good point on that. You make a good, solid case on that. And Steph's been, outside of one game, Steph's been the man. But if Steph comes in tomorrow and has an okay game, 20 points, and say the Warriors win, but Wiggins comes out with 25, it's like, do you give this MVP to Steph still? Because it's a name and it's not Andre Iguodala all over again. That's kind of a toughie for me.
We talking about Wiggins.
Exactly. We're getting is that different strokes? I can't remember. I know that was. Yeah, that was different strokes.
What you talking about, Willis?
Stats. What do you got, man? What are you talking about MVP stat?
If Golden State, keeps this up and they wrap it up in 7, I can't think of anyone. You got to give props to Wiggins. He's really stepped up as that second consistent guy for them, especially in this series. But that was one of the guys that you didn't expect, I guess, to be the second man up to help the team, because we were all expecting Clay or Poole to be that guy. But no, mad props to Wiggins. He's really shown that he is playing for his guys and he's supporting Steph. But let's not joke around here. It's all Steph here. Steph carried the Warriors basically for most of this series, and he's gotten valuable help from Wiggins. Don't get me wrong, but without Steph, the Warriors are done in this series.
All right, Rock, I'm going to give you the floor here. MVP talk. Who do you got MVP in the finals right now?
Even though I did bring up the Wiggins whole conversation, I think if Steph has that game where it's 20, 25, and Wiggins may produce better than him, I kind of agree with your friend Trey, just because Steph was single-handedly the best player probably for most of this series. Yes, Wiggins did step up to the plate, but if you're looking at the odds right now, Wiggins is a plus 1,400. Steph has the best odds. I just think by fault, if Steph has this is a normal, typical game from 2025, by default, the NBA is going to give it to him just because, it's Steph. And just imagine the backlash of Wiggins getting it. He kind of had that when Iggy won it over Steph. But, Iggy did play a crucial part of that series. But I just think it goes to Steph realistically if they win. But it should be interesting, though, if Celtics somehow pull it out in 7. Who would kind of go for the MVP of that one? Would it be Tatum or would it be Brown? Tatum has higher odds right now, but you could argue that Brown has been the better player this series. Tatum's been struggling and kind of lost, and he's been getting most of his points on some volume scoring. But arguably, Brown has been that guy, just been going to and making those tough shots every game. You can even mention Marcus Smart, but it would be interesting to see if the Celtics somehow pull it out. And I don't know who y'all would pick, but if I had to choose, going game 7, going to the whole series, I'd probably pick Brown.
So if Steph goes for 35 and 42 and they lose and the Celtics win, would you oppose to giving Steph the MVP in a losing effort?
No.
Nobody on the Celtics has done shit.
Yeah,
consistent.
Tatum's had some pretty darn good games, though. He's had a few up there games.
He has. But outside. But even at that, Tatum's bad games have been horrible.
Yeah, even Brown hasn't had consistent great games either, though. So, I can see why you bring it up.
Had better.
Yeah, I've had better. Let's not pretend it's happened before, because in 1960s, I think it was 69, Jerry West won the MVP, and his team lost. The Lakers lost. So it wouldn't be the first time that you wouldn't give it to a winning team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can make the case for Tatum, you can make the case for Brown, but all in all, to me, it's been like a Celtics. If the Celtics pull these 2 games out and you really haven't had one person stand out, it's almost like a team effort. So then you go back to the Andre Iguodala thing. I mean, okay, so we're going to give it to Iggy. Why? Because he guarded LeBron James and he kept LeBron at 25 points a game, 30 points a game. Mm-hmm. I mean, that Andre really wasn't the MVP of that series. You could have had better choices. And that's what I'm saying. In this case, I mean, if you go with Boston and they win the last 2 games, there really hasn't been a guy that's made a whole
Just
lot
give
of
it to
sense.
Al Horford.
Yeah, I give it to Ime Udoka. I mean, if anything, shoot, he's got to make the adjustments for it.
It's a real team effort, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, speaking of MVPs, what do you got? I thought somebody had something there. Speaking of MVPs, man. Yeah, speaking of MVPs, Boban Marjanovic.
Oh, yeah.
A Spurs legend by the fans, is on the move. He has completed the Texas Triangle, being traded as part of a deal for Christian Wood. Christian Wood is going to the Dallas Mavericks. And I've got the trade here. Let me pull it up here because it's going to be Boban and there it is. Sterling Brown, Trey Burke, Marquise Chris, and the number 26 pick are all going to Houston. So Houston basically loses Christian Woods, but it's not a bad thing for Houston because they're still sitting in the top 3 where they have the 3rd pick this year. So to replace him with a Jabari Smith, a Chet Holmgren, or a Paolo Banchero, I don't think they lost this deal at all. In fact, I think they got a hell of a deal for Christian Wood. What are your thoughts, guys? Anybody?
Yeah, I think they came out with a pretty good haul. Everyone knows the Rockets are in reset mode. So yeah, there was really no reason to keep Christian around, and now Christian goes to go help out Luka and drink some beers with him in Dallas. So
I know that sucks for Boban. He's not going to drink any beer with Luka anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's so terrible. Jesus.
He's gonna be sipping in space with John Wall, right?
Is John Wall? He's still a part of the Rockets? No.
Isn't he still a Rocket?
I don't think he is.
No,
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is still. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's how irrelevant the Rockets are.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm looking at the Rockets roster right now. I mean, you got rid of Christian Wood, so you're still sitting with Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green. I mean, you still got young guys there that are you can throw Paolo in there. I mean, there's still not going to be any kind of, big time team anytime soon.
Yeah.
Detroit looks really good, Shemaiah, compared to Houston. Let's be real. Detroit looks fantastic compared to Houston.
Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham.
I mean,
what other players are on that roster, Shemaiah?
Cunningham. I mean, that's the only good ham on that team.
Oh, Cade and Cunningham, like 2 different players.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, yeah.
Well, no,
I mean, you can thank Joe Dumars for having us being cursed for so long.
Well, Detroit's not that bad. I mean, you got Cade Cunningham. Who else is there? Sadiq Bey.
When's the last time you've been good, though? Yeah, thank you very much. Since we beat the Lakers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, that's the last time y'all had a championship team.
No, that's when we've been good. Nah, after that, we've been cursed.
09?
We were cursed after that, man. Well, let's wait until after the brawl at the Malice at the Palace. That's when we were really, really cursed.
Yeah, that was kind of bad.
The Chauncey Billups trade just destroyed everything.
Yeah, man.
Basically, yeah.
That was one of the worst trades I've ever seen.
They're not bad.
Rasheed Wallace has got a coaching gig though.
Is that Lakers, right?
Yeah,
Lakers with Darvin Ham.
Yeah,
that's probably the only good news right there for Detroit, right there.
What do you guys think of Darvin Ham as a Lakers coach? To me, I think it's the Lakers' job is one I wouldn't want as a head coach. I would never put my hat in. If they called me, says, "Hey, we'd like to interview the Lakers coaching position." Sorry, I'm going to go coach CYO ball. I don't want to coach Lakers basketball. To me, I think that's a job for somebody to lose because you have the greatest player in the game right now, LeBron James. You have the most injury-riddled player in the NBA, which is Anthony Davis. and you've got one of the most loose cannons in the NBA in Russell Westbrook. Who in the hell would want that job? I mean, it makes no sense to take that job.
I mean, if you don't sleep much, you might as well apply for it, you know?
How much cocaine do you need to do that job?
I know someone who can buy it.
Especially in LA. Darvin Ham.
It is. I was about to say it. It's in LA, so
you can get a whole lot more for that. I don't even think if they said we'll give you $25 million a year to do it, I don't even think I would take it. I don't think I'd last like a month in that position.
I would take it. I mean, it would be cool because, I mean, you see LeBron and all that, but, I mean, you could orchestrate a trade to move some players. Maybe he'll be a voice that kind of maneuvers and makes actual moves to make that team better. But maybe, you know, he can orchestrate a young team and if the Lakers were smart, I mean, as bad as the Lakers don't admit it, it'd be kind of smart to move AD or LeBron and kind of just restart and prepare for your future. Because, I mean, you have no future at all after those people leave. So might as well pull the plug now and just kind of see what you can get. And you can say, I guess, like Moneyball it in a way. But
you said it. You completely said it. If I was to take that position, I would say, okay, here's 3 things I want to do automatically. Trade LeBron, trade Anthony Davis, trade Russell Westbrook. You trade all of them.
Yeah, you're gonna get a step back.
The problem is management, man. They're not going to want to hear that.
Or call KD and say, hey, would you like to be a movie star?
I would take KD as long as I can get rid of those 3. Honestly. I mean, I would love to take Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant won't mesh with Russell Westbrook. We've already seen that. We've been down that road.
Cupcake.
Anthony Davis he can't mesh with anybody outside of a trainer's office.
He's glass. Yeah, he needs a bubble wrap.
Yeah, he needs bubble wrap. LeBron James and KD could work. But I feel, and I've been feeling this for a while, LeBron is not a locker room guy at all. And neither is KD. I mean, to have 2 guys, 2 superstars, 2 of the greatest players in the league today, and not one of them be a locker room guy, I couldn't deal with that. I would take either KD or LeBron. Preferably, I would take Kevin Durant because I know what I'm getting with Kevin Durant. With LeBron, if he jams his finger while opening the door, he's out 3 to 6 weeks. I mean,
they're at the point where they have to watch his minutes too. So
exactly.
You don't have that problem with KD.
Get rid of that whole team and get Kyrie and Kevin Durant to the Lakers.
So as much as we like this dream team kind of, trading and stuff as armchair GMs that we are, the reality is the management isn't going to approve that.
No,
like
definitely
the key, I think the key for him is to build a game plan, a scheme that works with the pieces they have, because I highly doubt they're going to be able to move Westbrook. So they're going to have to work with him. And to me, the only way they're going to be able to do that is to scheme around his strengths and to fill the rest of the roster with good role players.
You should ask the Thunder what his strengths were, though, because I think they're still looking for it.
Well, hey, the Thunder, Sam Presti, he's building a damn dynasty down there with all those draft picks. He's building for the future. He got rid of the problems. He knew we suck. So let me get what I can for these players. As long as he can keep SGA, which is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander there, he's got Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey is a walking triple-double as soon as he gets adjusted. You've got a number 2 pick this year. So I think with Oklahoma City, they're on the right path. The Lakers thing is the Lakers. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Are the Lakers the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA? No, I'm not talking about performance. I'm talking about if you're a free agent, they're that one team that's always on somebody's list that you want to go to.
Oh yeah.
Hey, they should call Ja. I mean,
you have LeBron and AD there still. It's not like they're talentless,
No. Well, I mean, when AD plays, But I mean, you're talking.
Everyone forgot Kawhi. Like Kawhi hasn't played in who knows how long.
Kawhi hasn't played since before San Antonio.
Yeah,
I mean, he played that Toronto year, but I mean, outside of that, what is Kawhi?
I know. We're giving AD. We're calling him the Tin Man here, but I mean, let's not forget that Kawhi Leonard hasn't played in who knows how long.
That's a failed project too, man. That's been so bad. But looking at this, you've got three of the. And this is terrible. What was it? Three of these guys were on the All-NBA 75 team. LeBron, Davis, and Russell Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
You've got, so three guys on the All-75 team. You can't even make the damn playoffs. It's a failed experiment.
You see, LeBron is a billionaire, so I just feel like he's going to have some kind of influence off season. And I just feel like we might have a Miami special, like 2.0, because I think LeBron really cares about his career. And I don't see him wasting any time next season. Because I think next season, only thing LeBron is going to be thinking about is the championship. Because I think he cares about his legacy. And he's probably willing to talk to whoever in the league wants to get one. That's just kind of my gut feeling.
But he's not going to win one in LA. There's no way he wins one in LA. Not with
interesting.
I wouldn't say that. Let's not pretend like this team can't do it. Like they need to fill in some spots, but AD's still there. Of course he's got the health issues, but when he plays, he plays. LeBron's still there. You got Westbrook still there. They just got to adjust their schemes. Play to Russ's strengths, kind of restrict him on what he can and can't do. Because last season, it was a bad team. Everyone kind of forgets that it was a poorly built team from the get-go. And that's outside of Westbrook. Like they had all these other guys that didn't really fit their system or didn't really contribute in the right ways. So it was just a failed attempt right from the get-go.
Do we really want AD though? Like, do you think he's like the X factor for them getting a ring, or shoot? They try to get rid of him. Oh, you think he is?
Yeah. I don't know what you can get for him. That's the thing.
Well,
other teams are already looking.
Chicago.
Other teams are already looking. Oh, go ahead.
Was that Rocky?
I mean, you can hit up Chicago. I mean, there was rumored, if those armchair GMs and the seeing over Twitter where Chicago makes those trades where they send up usage back. But I mean, maybe he makes a homecoming back. But like I said, if the Lakers are smart, they would try to move one of them. I mean, you did have LeBron say, the one team you would want to get traded for or one player was the Warriors. So imagine, the Warriors, moving a package around those young players or even including Wiggins, just to move it and get that depth that the Lakers desperately need. I mean, yeah, it's never going to be equivalent to what LeBron is, but you have that depth finally, and you just got to hope AD finally plays up to par.
Before we go ahead, Shemaiah, go ahead.
I'll make it real fast, but wouldn't that be funny if Warriors got LeBron and then the Lakers got all the team except for like Steph?
Jesus. Before we get into sweeper keep, because we're at the end of the show here, sweeper keep and also a quick Spurs cheese man. Let me throw this wrench at you guys. Coming into 22-23 season for the NBA, the NBA cap is going to reportedly be $122 million. This is the reason why the Lakers aren't going to win it next year. Because in three players, Russ, LeBron, and Anthony Davis, you have $128 million tied up. Who are they going to get? They can't go out and get another star. I mean, you're back with Taylor Horton Tucker. You're back with Kendrick Nunn. And really, I mean, outside of that, any rookie that you pick up, because I don't think they have a first round pick this year. So there's absolutely nobody on the squad and nobody's under contract outside of those guys, Stanley Johnson, Austin Reeves, Mason Jones, and Wenyan Gabriel. That is it. So we can say, okay, well, let's not pretend they can't win it with those three guys. That's all they have. One guy can't stay on the court. One guy goes crazy when you take a picture with your cell phone. And the other guy just quits on his team. He's been doing that for the past few years because they don't make the playoffs, because they're not in contention. Because of that, you know what? LeBron just quits. It's Cleveland all over again. So they've got to move one, if not two of these guys, in my opinion, when it comes to the Lakers. But, the good thing is that's for the Lakers to worry about. We've got to worry about the draft next week. Spurs Cheesemare. I'm going to get into it real quick. I'm going to ask you guys one question because I want to get into sweep or keep before we end the show. Spurs Cheesemare this week. They have the 9th pick. Say they stay with the number 9 pick. Give me that one guy they've got to get at number 9. Let's go around the horn. Let's start with Rock first. Rock, who do they have to get at number 9?
Jalen Duren.
Jalen Duren. That's popular choice lately. Stats.
I second that.
Second, Shemaiah. Anybody else?
Man, I'm going with Rocky. This is 6, 7. I ain't about to mess it up.
Jalen Duren. Well, I'm going to say if he's there, yes, you may want to take a Jalen Duren, but I still am high on Benedict Mathurin out of Arizona. You can't pass him up. I mean, you're talking about a Dwayne Wade, to me, a type player. I think he's going to be a star in the league. I think at 20 and 25, you have the opportunity to get a big down there, Walker Kessler and Nikolai Jovic, somebody down there. But we'll see what happens next week on the draft. All right, guys, the end of the show here. We're coming up to it. Sweep or keep. You guys ready? Shemaiah, Rock. I was the self-proclaimed winner last week. I'm going to always be the self-proclaimed winner, so it doesn't matter. But see if you guys can fight for second.
Man, I feel like Wiggins now.
Well, don't wig out, man. Don't wig out on this one. All right, Mark, let's go. Sweep or keep.
All right, gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Sweep or Keep. Now, you guys remember the rules. If you like what you hear, you're going to keep it. If you think it's rubbish and trash, you're going to sweep it. So let's get started, guys. All right, our first thing here, we got No More Talk, which is a fight event. We got Swaggy P versus Blueface, Saturday, July 30th in Los Angeles. What do you think? Sweep or keep?
Is this another gimmick boxing event?
Swaggy who?
Swaggy P, dude.
Sweep that mother.
Nick Young, dude.
Sweet.
Nick Young.
Sweet. Never heard of a Swaggy whatever.
Jesus, I'm gonna sweep that. That's terrible. I hate all kind of gimmick boxing.
Who is Swaggy?
Swaggy P is Nick Young.
Nick Young, dude.
He's a former
YouTube?
NBA guy.
YouTube.
No, he's a former NBA player.
Coach Swaggy.
Former NBA.
That's his nickname.
I'm just cracking some jokes.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
I'm just saying, I think he's in the wrong sport, but yeah, sweep that.
Oh yeah, he'll probably get knocked out like Nate Robinson did.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
So was Logan Paul, man.
Yeah, true that. Did Rock give a sweep or keep on this?
I am sweeping it.
Yeah, I think we all have to sweep this
kind of
up.
a boring boxing match. I'd rather watch, Rudy go fight some random guy at Rolling Oats Mall.
We can make that happen. They have a wrestling ring upstairs.
There we go.
That's
I'd
pretty hot,
rather watch that.
I think I'd rather watch Rudy wrestle a pulled pork barbecue sandwich.
Oh God! Without the bread, I ate a little bit of pulled pork, so without the bread, I can do that.
That's not even a fair match, man.
There we go.
Yeah, for the pulled pork, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Number 2, mission accomplished. Spurs fan plant Spurs flag atop Japan's Mount Fuji. Sweep or keep?
I think this is probably the biggest accomplishment since putting the American flag on the moon. So I'm going to keep this all day, every day.
Anybody who can do that from San Antonio is a winner.
Yeah, any Spurs publicity is good publicity.
Keep it, man. It's something positive that we can, look on. Or it seems like Spurs Twitter and the Spurs community is kind of negative.
Yeah.
So it's something.
I mean, that's further than most people in San Antonio reaching their block. I mean, shoot, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, that is true. And I'm glad he planted a Spurs flag because if it was Rock, he'd be planting something else inside women. Is that right, Rock?
No kids right now.
Your Spurs flag.
No. Hey, but to those fans that want to complain about the Spurs flag in Japan, that maybe they'll go plant a Spurs flag on St. Mary's Strip. So,
oh my God!
Oh wow!
He was pulling out for a sandwich.
What do we got?
Gentlemen. All right, here's another one, and we could spend an extra minute on this one. Zion Williamson is expected to sign a $182 million extension with the Pelicans this summer. Too high, too low, just right. But the real question is, sweep or keep?
Oh God, I'm gonna sweep it because if Dunkin' Donuts isn't helping pay that cost, then there's no reason why the Pelicans should offer it.
Hey, I'll keep it. Just be different and to say he's probably going to buy some more chicken wings.
No doubt. He's going to use 184 million. You know how much food the guy can buy with that? There better be a clause.
He's going to start his own restaurant.
He's going to make a lot of trips to Portland, man.
He's going to be the food tester.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I'm going to keep it just because it's interesting to see if he's going to pan out. But also, it's not my team doing that. You know, if Zion wasn't facing these weight issues or just hurt, it was really fascinating seeing him coming in the league in his rookie year, and especially playing at Duke. Rudy loves Duke. I know he does with his whole heart.
You shut your fucking mouth.
Honestly, I mean, that there was that debate, you know, coming to the draft, you know, whether it was either going to be Ja or Zion. And, you know, Ja has turned out to a stud, a superstar. So I want to give Zion kind of the benefit of the doubt just to see if he pans out. Because even though, you know, I'm going to have to see him play the Spurs and he's just going to dominate whoever's at the four most likely. Zion's just fascinating to watch, and it's good for the league. But, man, it's going to suck if it sucks for him. It doesn't really suck for me because it doesn't affect me, but it sucks for him if he doesn't pan out or, you know, they waste that money. But I was a big fan of Zion coming out, so I'm going to keep it.
Could you imagine if the NBA was sponsored by Golden Corral and gave their championship team, you know, free buffet for a year? You imagine how hard Zion would play?
The winner.
Dude, Golden Corral was my stomping ground as a kid. Man. I got so fat.
Back in the fat guy days of myself, which I'm still fat, but back in the 450 plus days, Golden Corral stood no chance with me. I literally could probably go through a stack of those plates by myself. Golden Corral's awesome. Now, not so much. I'm thinking about it like I'm about to throw up here live on Super 8. Thinking about that. What else we got?
All right. Well, luckily we have one more. And this one is revolving around Shemaiah's Detroit Lions, which is why I put it in here.
Oh, man.
So Shemaiah, this one's a little extra special for you. The Lions announced that they have signed former University of Michigan, wide receiver Devin Funchess, and moved him to tight end. Sweep
that mother lover, man. Come on, man. Have y'all not learned anything yet, man?
Yeah, I honestly didn't even know about this news. This is really big news to me. And man, Funchess was
rock.
No, I'm saying Funchess. I'm gonna assume it, but Funchess was like a stud coming out of Michigan, and he just, you know, bust, man. But oh my God, of course the Lions do this.
They need help. Why won't you keep it? I mean, you may want to keep it just for the help.
When's the last time you seen at the Super Bowl? Come on. All they're going to do is have a chili bowl up there.
Dude, they don't even need a tight end. They got Hawkinson down there.
Heck, they could have Tom Brady join the team. They'll still lose. That's how bad they are. Just ask Matt about it. Matt Stafford went to the Rams for a reason.
You mean to tell me Tom Brady cannot lead that team to at least a 500 record?
Again, ask Matt Stafford how he did when he was in Detroit versus when he was in LA Rams. It's a toxic environment, and you do not want to be there if you have talent. Come on, man.
I love this.
You are just like, geez, someone pissed you off tonight, man.
Because we woke him up.
They know they know how to crush dreams in Detroit. Ask Matt Stafford how he had his dreams crushed. It literally almost went in body cast trying to get a Super Bowl for them. And he never made the playoffs. So there you go.
I thought you called Matt Stafford Ask Matt Stafford.
Ask Matt Stafford.
Ask Matt Stafford.
That would be.
That used to be the mascot in the.
that was his nickname in Detroit. Ask Matt Stafford.
Hey, okay. So I mean, all kidding aside, the Lions have never been to the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna tell you, it's not that fun. As a Falcon fan, it's not that fun. It's terrible. You may not want to ever go.
Yourself.
Hey, the Detroit Lions will get to the Super Bowl, and they'll probably get 0 points.
Yeah, but
Shemaiah Super Bowl recently.
But Shemaiah, he's from University of Michigan.
I mean, that's great when you're playing Madden, but when you're doing a real life like situation, like trying to get a real life trophy, that's not going to happen in Detroit. Like maybe in Madden video games, with the, third grader and, fifth grader playing. But we're talking about real people who really don't know what it's like to have commitment to the game.
True there.
And there you
Shemaiah.
go.
Yeah, Shemaiah ended it with bombs, man.
Dropping the mic with
mic drums, whatever.
Like, the only thing that can happen possibly in Detroit is if they pay Matt Stafford to give them a lecture. What happens? We actually apply talent.
There you go.
You know, I'm kind of afraid of Tom Brady ever playing in a Lions uniform because I have a feeling he's going to get sacked in a preseason game, and
he will probably get injured and have a career-ending injury.
Yeah,
thanks to Detroit. Detroit is like the worst place to have a dream. I'm not talking about the city. I'm just talking about the football team.
Worst place to have a dream.
Damn. So Maya does mention Madden. I looked at an article right now. Last season in Madden 22, Devin Funch's rating was a 78.
That's 78 more points than I thought.
There you go, Shemaiah.
78. Come on, man. He's going to help your team out.
Like I said, in the video game world, that's amazing. But in real life, no. Detroit might as well pay Zion to come up there and help them get a playoff win. Because, the next time you see Detroit get a playoffs, I'll probably be a billionaire.
I don't know, man. I think Zion will just get them all fat with him, you know?
That's my point. Good. That's my point.
Yeah. DeAndre Swift would be a 2,000-yard back.
Shoot, he would definitely knock people over, but I'm just.
I thought you said a 2,000-pound back.
No, 2,000-yard back. 2,000-yard back would be DeAndre Swift. Now Zion playing in Detroit. Holy cow, man!
Oh, that'd be a great move. I think he'd be an excellent football player.
Probably so. Why not? And you know what? Hey, Little Caesars just became a sponsor for the NFL. That's perfect. Paying in pizzas.
See, I can't ever go to Detroit ever again. But it's not like I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Zion would make a really good bench spot, you know?
Oh, yeah. They'd
have to have multiple benches.
If Zion played NFL, what position would you play?
In football?
Yeah.
Why not?
Beanbag?
Probably, yeah. Golly, man. Zion, you almost have to put him at guard. I would think.
Fullback, maybe?
No,
you can't guard anyone.
You wouldn't
guard anyone.
Well, no, nose guard. Nose guard, tackle. You have to be on the line somewhere. You don't want him moving. God bless. The guy can't even move. He can't even move on a basketball court. What's surprising me is the guy is 400 pounds, and he's dunking a basketball between his legs. He's got great athleticism. Just you gotta put the burger down, bro. When you go to McDonald's, don't do what I did. Don't order what I did. Just get a Happy Meal and be happy about it.
See, it was a setup. It was a setup. They put him in New Orleans for a reason. We all know New Orleans have amazing food.
Oh yeah, amazing.
All that Cajun food.
They set him up, man.
Where are you gonna send him? You gonna send him to San Antonio? Charles Barkley said it once. You got nothing but fat people in San Antonio.
You guys send him to Utah.
Dude, Zion would be 800 pounds if he was here.
Yeah, honestly. Dude. All the Mexican
food. He'd be in every commercial.
The enchiladas, chalupas. Geez.
HEB will have a field day.
Yeah, could he even fit through an HEB door? Luckily they made those doors wide enough now. Oh my God!
Okay, Rudy, we're
gonna get taken off the air.
This disclaimer: we really like you, Zion. We just that's how we talk in San Antonio because we eat breakfast tacos.
Yeah, they like you, Zion. You're a Duke player. I can't really like you too much.
Get back on that court, Zion. We want to see you ball, dude.
Yeah, get back on the treadmill first.
It seems like I was the only one hyped up Zion, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, when Zion, before he was drafted, I said Zion, best case scenario, he could be poor man's Karl Malone, but more than likely he's going to be Larry Johnson. And sure enough, he's Larry Johnson, but a poor man's Larry Johnson.
Or he could be, I almost said something bad. Let me stop.
All right,
you say it. This is great. This is Sweep the League. You got to say it.
I don't want to get sued, so I really.
We can end it on that mystery. We can end it on that mystery. All
right. If you want Shemaiah to say what he was going to say, all you got to do is tweet at us. Definitely at the Sweep the League. We'll drop our Twitter handles. I'll let Shemaiah drop your Twitter handle real quick. I'm gonna let everybody do it.
All right, it's not. I'm not going there. It's Shemaiah on the BT, man. Shemaiah on the BT.
All right, Stats, drop your Twitter handle, man.
It's Mark the MC, MARKTH, 3 3s, no E's, capital M, capital C.
Yeah, Rock just changed his. So what is it, Rock? Because before it was at I like meat, but now it's something different.
Is it Booty Shorts 37?
It's I got Rudy to glyph with me on Monday at Gold's Gym.
Oh God, I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up.
Dude, this guy was a beast, man. This guy was, easily just curling like 95 weights and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I actually didn't need your help. I just wanted to show off. I was like, wow, man.
Yeah.
Got the Ultimate Warrior in the house here, man.
Yeah, pretty soon. I'm about to run to the kitchen and grab a snack now that y'all are mentioning all this weight.
Hey, man, all this Zion talk, man. I got to grab
all this Zion talk. On Twitter, you can hit me up at Sweep the League. For the Sweep the League crew, this has been another night of Sweeping the League. Till we sweep the league again next week, we'll see you guys later.